But that's really how I found my style, is that I just stopped caring about what other people think of me, and I just started wearing what I like, what I feel comfortable in, and what fit me. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gals French, and today I want to talk to you about fashion, and especially about my relationship to fashion and how I found my own style. So this is something that can be quite complicated for a lot of people, and I get it because that was my case for a long, long time. Well, first of all, a little bit about me. So I'm a fashion girly through and through. I like fashion. I've always loved, even as a kid, like looking at big dresses and stuff. Like I've always been very flamboyant to myself. Not today. Don't judge me. It's Sunday, okay? Don't judge me. I've always liked colors and yeah, colorful things and sparkles and feathers and stuff. Well, not feathers every day, but you know what I mean. I've always been pretty flamboyant in my style. I like things that a lot of people wouldn't wear, especially on the daily. And that was something that was very complicated when I was a child because I get bullied a lot. If you don't know me, then I started a whole series. I need to continue, but I haven't had the strength to. I started a whole series about bullying. One of the reasons why I was bullied was also because of my fashion style, like what I used to wear. I wasn't dressing like most people. I was a child. I wasn't very aware of norms, of like what was expected of me and what was considered cool or not cool. And so I was just dressing the way, first of all, my mom was dressing me a lot, and she had some wacky taste. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I'm like, okay, okay, but a lot of times I also dressed myself, and I liked what I was wearing, and I was feeling comfortable in them. But I always get bullied for it. I was bullied a lot for many reasons, but my bullies will always use my fashion, like the way I was dressing, as a way to bully me, like to insult me. They would always make fun of what I wore, the way I wore it, and it was very distressing to me because I didn't understand, like, I didn't understand why people would make fun of me for that, because clothes are just clothes. Like, they're just really pieces of fabric on my back so that I'm not naked in front of everyone. Like, it's not that big of a deal in itself. And I didn't understand, like, why they were making fun of me like that. But then when I got to middle school, that's when the bullying started to get even more intense. And I changed my style like completely because I remember once or twice going to middle school wearing whatever I wanted to wear. I used to wear like leggings or like those floor leggings with lots of motifs and even t-shirts with a lot of colors and stuff. But I guess that was not the vibe there, and so I was bullied a lot by everyone because everyone always wore, jeans. I didn't really like to wear jeans as a child. Now it's okay, but like as a younger teen, I didn't like to wear jeans. I just didn't feel comfortable in them, and like that's okay. But because I was wearing all those colors and all those sort of flowy materials, or I was dressing a bit out of the norm, and people were making fun of me a lot, and that was very distressing to me. So I just started to dress like everyone. So I wore the same jeans, I wore basic t-shirts, and I didn't really like, I tried to blend in as much as possible. And I felt miserable. I felt miserable. I was accepted by the group, I guess, but I felt miserable because that was not my style. I mean, sometimes I do like to wear jeans and a basic t-shirt. It doesn't hurt. I like to wear that sometimes. But like a lot of times I wanted to express myself through my fashion. I couldn't because I was going to be made fun of, and I was censoring myself. And it makes me really sad when I think about it because I was a child. I was so full of life, and I've always loved colors, and I had to, yes, censor myself to be accepted by the group, and I really hate that. And so I went through my middle school years. I was miserable for many reasons, mostly because of the bullying, and one of the reasons for that was my fashion. Yeah, it made me feel really, really bad. And so when I started high school, high school. So when I started high school, I was still dressing like very simply, just yeah, a jean. Do you say no jeans? You say that it's in plural in English. Sorry, I'm French. Leave me alone. Yeah, I was just wearing jeans and some sort of basic colored shirts and nothing much. Like it was okay. It wasn't ugly and it wasn't too bland, but like it was fine, I guess. And I really didn't like that. In high school is also when I started to experiment with my makeup, and I used to wear, I remember going all my years for high school, I used to wear some like eyeshadow, but like it was always brown or beige or stuff like this because those are colors that feel well with my tone because I'm pale. I am pale. I'm not wearing much makeup. I'm just wearing some mascara and some foundation right now. But yeah, I always did the same thing and I never really get out of my shell. Recently, I made some, like, I rearranged my bedroom, and so I threw some of my clothes out that I didn't want to wear anymore. A lot of them were from high school, And it's not that I didn't like these clothes anymore, it's that they reminded me of a time where I wasn't happy in what I was wearing. And so I just, yeah, at some point in high school, I also started experimenting with my fashion a little bit, because when I was in middle school, it was in my small town. There wasn't much people, and it was very like countryside, small town. And then I went to high school, it was in a bigger city, there were more people. And I feel like in the bigger cities, first of all, no one knew me there. I was more free to explore, so I started with the makeup a little bit, and then I started with my fashion. I started to wear, more florals. I love florals. Florals all the year long, not just for springs. I love florals and I love colors, and I started to wear this a little bit more here and there. Like instead of jeans, like jeans and a basic shirt, I wear jeans and a floral shirt. Or I remember I had this jeans with flowers on it, like flowers embroidered. I don't know if that's the word, but like flowers were on it. And I just started incorporating some elements of. I like flowers a lot, so that's why I'm taking this as an example. I was not only wearing flowers, don't worry, but I started wearing flowers here and there, and then I started experimenting with my makeup a little bit more. Sometimes I would wear some lipstick, and I was getting more and more into myself, and I wasn't bullied for it anymore. Because in high school, nobody really cares about you. I'm not gonna lie; it was a small high school compared to like bigger cities, but in high school, nobody cares about you. So yeah, I just started doing my own thing, and I was increasingly happy with my look. Of course, I wasn't happy for a lot of other reasons, right? But my fashion was coming back, and I was really happy about that. And so I started to slowly find my own style again. I started wearing more colors, and even if sometimes people look at me kind of weird in the hallway, like but like I just brushed it off, and I was just, yeah, growing into myself, and I'm really happy that I use those high school years to experiment a little bit, because nowadays I have my own sense of fashion, my own style, and it's quite different from a lot of people. I'm gonna put some pictures or videos so you can see what I usually wear, but it is quite different from a lot of people. And as I said, I'm very flamboyant. I like sparkles, I like colors, I like flowers, I like heels and skirts, and I usually am in an environment where it's not that it's not accepted. It's just people look at me weird, right? And sometimes I be trying out my own like outfits, and a lot of times when I wear those outfits, people, yeah, look at me weird or make fun of me, and it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts because no one likes to be made fun of. But there were a few times where even just my family, my sisters would not make fun of me, but would tell me like, "Oh, you're gonna wear that?" And it's like, well, yeah, I want to wear that. And they made me doubt myself. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's too much. Maybe. And so that, no, because it's my style and that's who I am and that's what I want to wear. And even if it's too much for other people, then it's just enough for me. So that's what matters, right? So I tried more and more things. And now I can say that I have my own style. And I'm really happy about that, because it is very different from most people, but like at least you can spot me in a crowd, is what I'm saying. It's like everyone, like most people dress the same, or when they do, it's always very bland, very also it's always like dark or blend, and like I don't like this. Like not all the time. Sometimes here and there, why not? But like not all the time. And so I just, yeah, nowadays I just sort of wear what I want to wear, regardless of if people like it, if it's trending or not. I just wear what I want to wear. And I'm really happy. And that's the thing. When I was younger, I was trying to fit in, so I dressed like everybody because I wanted to fit in and be accepted and get compliments. But that's not what happened, because when you fit in, you just disappear inside the group. And the second that I started dressing like myself, I didn't want compliments because I don't need them. I don't like, I appreciate them, don't worry, but like I don't need compliments. But when I started to dress the way that I dress now, that's when I got the compliments that I was looking for when I was younger. Except today I don't need the compliments. I'm just happy the way I am. If you give me compliments, like thank you. I appreciate it, like that's for sure. But if you don't give me compliments, or even if you insult me, I don't really care. Like it's just, there were a few times where I was in the city where I was born, the city where I went to high school, and I was wearing I love this outfit. It reminds me so much of Friend Find from the nanny. I was wearing this little outfit, and people, like, I was waiting for the bus, and people, there were two girls sitting at the bus station next to me, and they were looking at me like really, and then they started talking about me, but like I think they were trying to be discreet, but like, girl, I'm literally just next to you, I can hear you. And they were making fun of like the way I was dressed. And I was so confident in my own style that I didn't really care. I was like, oh, that's rude. I thought that's rude because like, bitch, I can hear you. You're like 2 centimeters away from me. I can hear that you're judging me. But like, I didn't really care. I was like, oh, well, okay. And I didn't really care. And Yeah, I think the thing is you have to be confident what you're wearing and you have to wear it without thinking what others will think. Like it doesn't matter because other people are not wearing what you're wearing. And I know it's a bit of a like vague advice, but that's really how I found my style is that I just stopped caring about what other people think of me and I just started wearing what I like, what I feel comfortable in and what fit me, even if people say it's ugly or if it's too much. And I just wearing what I want to wear. That's the actual way to find your own style is to just wear what you want to wear. And it seems like a silly answer. It's like, oh, what should I wear? Just what you want to wear. But like, it is the truth, is that you shouldn't think so much about what is expected of you, how people will see you, what people will think. You have to think about yourself because you're the one wearing the clothes. You are the one living your life. No one else is. And that goes for a lot of things in life, not just fashion, but that goes for a lot of things. You are the one living your life. You shouldn't let anyone else dictate how to do it. Yeah, I guess that's just my advice. Just wear what you want, what you feel comfortable in, as long as it's appropriate. Right? Don't go wearing club outfits to like a job interview, right? Of course not. But like wear what you want in the appropriate context and like just have fun. Truly have fun. Just be yourself. And I know it can be hard to find. That's why I'm thankful that I had those years where I was experimenting a little bit, where I started with some basic stuff and then I incorporated some more florals, some more colors here and there. I would advise, especially if you're young, that you try things and you see if it works or not, if you feel confident or not. And if you don't, then why don't you feel confident? Is it because it doesn't fit you, or because you don't like how you wear it, or is it because you don't like how people perceive you when you wear it? That's also an important thing, is that yeah, you have to find the reasons behind why you're not confident in your style. And most of the time it is because you're afraid people will perceive you in a certain way. You're afraid people will insult you, will make fun of you. It's just a life lesson that you have to learn as you grow up, is that it doesn't matter what people think of you, really. What matters is what you think of you, and if you feel comfortable in what you're wearing. That's really all that matters. And yeah, so that's yeah, kind of the story. I found my style. I hope it helps you. It's pretty vague. I'm sorry, it's pretty vague, but like fashion is not a one size fits all. Like it's everyone has their own style, and you shouldn't have to rely on other people and what they think or what they're wearing to create your own style. You should really just see what you like, even if it's not trending, even if it's yeah considered too much or ugly. If it's what you like, then you wear it because that's what you like and that's your life, and fuck the other ones, okay? So yeah, that's it for this video, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I have the channels if you want to check them out, where I talk about music, TV, and well, I have other channels if you want to check them out. I talk about films, TV, and music. I also have another channel recently called Garces Gaming, where I play The Sims. So I'm just trying out new things here and there. See, I don't really care what people think about me. Even if people think my videos are not good, I don't care. I'm still doing it, and that's the same thing. You can apply this to everything in life. Just stop caring about other people, like, and what they think about you. It is a hard process, I'm not gonna lie, and it is a everyday struggle, but still. So yeah, anyway, that's another video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!